Welcome to Parchment Update, an interview series from the Parchment Community Library to bring your community closer to you. I'm Karen Woodworth, Library Ambassador. I'm joined today by Dr. Sarah Neumann, Superintendent of Schools in Parchment. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Karen.
Well, you began as Superintendent of Schools last fall, but you have a much longer history with the Parchment School District. So I want to start off by asking you, what are some of the things that you value most about Parchment Schools?
I think we are such a strong community, and we're big enough to provide some amazing opportunities for kids, and we're small enough to know our students and know them well and be able to wrap our arms around them and offer different opportunities to meet the needs that each of our students have. I think when I was choosing where to bring my children, those things factored in. And so it became a no-brainer, having worked here for a few years and making those decisions with my own children. I wanted an environment where people would wrap their arms around them and work to understand what their needs were. And I really do think that we have that here in Parchment.
Well, that's great. And I certainly do hear that from other families as well. So we're talking right at the end of the 2022-2023 school year. And I'm wondering, what are some of the district highlights for the past year that you'd like to share?
We have done so much work this year around growing our programming, growing the systems that we have in place for continuous improvement. I'll start with the Parchment Innovation Center because we're so proud of how that program has developed over the past couple of years. The Innovation Center is an opportunity for kids to have just a different pathway to a diploma, and the focus there is on work-based learning. And so our kids are matched with a work-based learning opportunity. They engage with success coaches to help support them as they earn their credits simultaneously while engaging in that work-based learning. And we also have a virtual program. So we do have some students that embrace the virtual learning. And so it's an opportunity that we have for our students, not just in Parchment, but around the state. So it's been fun to see that program develop and to see all those graduates walk across the stage this year, and to know that we provided a different pathway that was pretty individualized. The other thing that we're pretty proud of at the other end of the spectrum is expanding our early learning center. Early learning and pre-K education is so important for our students. And so we want to expand that program. We worked this year to expand our programming and include additional childcare rooms as well as preschool. And so we're going to continue to do that over time. And our vision would be to have a high quality preschool classroom and opportunity for every 4-year-old in our district prior to kindergarten. So that's our vision. We're working towards that. We've also done a lot of professional learning and coaching on staff. We have a district-wide focus on student engagement. So we've spent a lot of time learning and trying to come up with innovative ideas and ways to reach students and to meet their needs. And I can't give enough credit to our amazing staff who just works tirelessly and is always ready to say, okay, what can we do? How can we do it better? How can we make sure that we are meeting the needs of our students? So it's really been a great year, and I'm excited for next year already.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. Yeah, our teachers just do such an amazing job every single day.
Yes, they do.
All right. So are there summer activities going on at the schools?
Yeah, so speaking of our early learning program, we have a summer early learning summer camp program that has lots of different activities and field trips and exciting ways for kids to stay connected throughout the summer at the elementary level. We also have some summer tutoring and summer school opportunities that are happening. And we have our Meet Up and Eat Up that happens throughout the summer at several locations throughout our community. So we're excited to be able to continue to offer that. And it's an opportunity for our kids to have access to breakfast and lunch, but it's also an opportunity for them to interact with others. And it's fun to be at those venues and to see everybody connecting and catching up on what they've been doing throughout the summer.
Yeah, there is just a certain energy, isn't there, when there are
is.
children and students around? It's
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah, and thinking of that energy, and thinking of how, we all need to support our public schools. I'm wondering, what ways are there for community members to be involved with Parchment schools if they don't happen to have students there? And I'm sure
Great
there's a
question.
lot, so if you want to just talk about a few.
Great question. We're always looking for volunteers. During COVID, we got to this place where our doors were so closed and we were so protective of what was coming in and out. And we really want to open that back up so that we have opportunities for people to come and be part of what we're doing. We certainly, our athletics program has expanded and is continuing to expand, and the growth and changes. We'd love to have you come out and see our kids play in different sports and activities throughout the year. We also anticipate having a bond campaign coming up later this fall and early next year. And so we'd love to have people participate in that process and share their feedback and opinions. So all of those things are ways that we would love to have people be involved. And if you want to be involved and you don't know how or what you might have to offer, just give us a call and we can share the opportunities with you.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, before we end today, what personal reflections would you like to share about this past year?
This past year has been a whirlwind from my perspective. I would say the thing that I'm just most proud of is our teachers and staff and how they show up every day, and they're so committed and dedicated to our kids. I feel so lucky to be here as a mom and as a superintendent. It's just a great place to be.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time today to talk.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate the opportunity.